Newcastle United 1, Manchester United 1. Abdul here for Stretford, Paddock. I'm here with Suhaib, coming all the way from America to watch Manchester United, his first game. What do you make of that, man?
Man, the experience was crazy and all, but man, United, man, I had so much hopes going in, but yeah, I can't complain. You know, the first couple of games, watching in person, it was amazing. I like the tempo from the fans that was there. I like the team, the way we came out, the way we lined up. We see the obvious 4-2-2 that Ralph Rangnick is trying to play. And I mean, I feel like we had a plan, but it's just the execution. You know, I feel like we fell into Newcastle's trap. You know, Eddie Howe, how he set up. You know, it was like we were getting out pressed by him, but you know, can't complain. I'm glad to see Eddie score, and you know, I can't, give that up for anything because. You know, Eddie, like, he plays for this shirt, and I swear, I hope to God he doesn't leave.
He does, and now that you make, you know, the point about Edinson Cavani, there's a couple of occasions now since he's joined Manchester United. Obviously, as fans, we've not been able to go to the ground and watch those moments, and we know how much the fans, you're seeing the chants in there and how much they love him, and like you said, he puts in the effort. With his situation and the contract, do Manchester United need to hang on to him as much as possible? Because I feel like he does offer something completely different. As much as we have got good forwards in, you know, your Rashford, Sancho's, Greenwood's, Ronaldo's, and people say a lot about some of those players because of the current form and stuff, but when things are going well, those are forwards that do fire for Manchester United at times. So does Cavani just bring a whole different dynamic, a different type of, you know, he's a different type of striker? Because we've seen him get 2-3 chances that no one else was getting in that game.
I mean, his movement, first of all, is elite. When you think about it, today we had enough forwards to definitely beat these lot out here. So definitely. But when you have the news of Martial leaving, Lingard maybe on the way, Pogba's, so our attacking options is basically decreasing. And Rashford's completely been out of form this season. I expect the couple of games he's been scored in. And Greenwood, I see him kind of molding. I feel like today he stood out. But keeping on to Cavani, at least these last 6 months, you know, if we want to make a charge in the Champions League or maybe win the FA Cup or, I mean, finish top 4, that's what it's looking at the moment. But, you know, we got to hold on to him.
Now, you spoke at the start about the shape, and you can see that into play. Now, I personally, from what I watched, I felt like Rashford and Bruno Fernandes, statistically, there's something we mentioned earlier off camera and on camera with one of the other lads I was speaking to, was he is someone that, those are two players that were the most productive for Manchester United over the last 2 years. Yeah. When you've seen them drop so deep, I know they've both been out of form in recent times, but when you see them drop into our own half with the whole pitch ahead of them, do you feel like there should be different approaches to different games, or do you feel like we just need to continue on the 4-2-2-2-2? Because I feel there are bigger games where Bruno can play as that wide playmaker because you know he's going to put the graft in, he can create from wide. But would you like to see him maybe through the middle, maybe a 4-2-3-1 would be more suited for Manchester United in the situation that we had?
Yeah, I feel like we should kind of mix it up. You know, when we play a team like Newcastle, when we know they're going to sit behind the ball for the majority of the game and play on the break, we definitely need that sort of bit of dynamic. Or maybe Bruno could possibly play in the back. Or, I mean, that's what kind of killed Ole in a sense because he stuck to that 4-2-3-1 and it was just, you know, like we play Liverpool City, the same teams, and you play Burnley with the same exact team. So it doesn't make sense. But I feel like coming with different approach, and I feel like Rangnick has that under his pocket, and I feel like utilizing these players like Bruno, we should have seen Van der Beek, you know, more often under Ole, unfortunately, or you know, seeing people like him, maybe Lingard or someone, you know, to be able to, you know, figure out these teams where, I mean, we have the quality, I feel like we have the best forward depth throughout Europe, honestly. But I feel like with the right utilization, I feel like we need a 6 as well, but you know, it is what it is. Hopefully we could string together something. I mean, Ragnar is like his third league game, and I feel like he can get something going on with this team. I'm pretty positive about it.
Nice one for speaking to us today, man. Safe trip home. See you in a bit. Welcome back to Stretford Paddock. It's Abdul here. Newcastle United 1, Manchester United 1. I'm here with Ethan, who's a Newcastle fan. What do you make of that, mate?
Well, I said before we started filming here, Abdul, there's 2 things that we've learnt from that match. Is that Newcastle deserved 3 points and Man United deserved 0. And listen, I like Manchester United. I think they've got a very good manager in Rangnick. I think you're going to go places. But this Newcastle team haven't done an awful lot this season. And that was the best performance I've seen from them so far. They were brilliant. They give absolutely everything. And they had so many chances to make this 3 points today. Honestly, they give absolutely everything. And honestly, if you said to me before the game, Ethan, you can have a point against Man United at home, a Newcastle team who are 19th in the Premier League, winning 1 game all season, what if you took a point? Yes. But after watching that, I'm a little bit disappointed that we've only got a point, to be honest with you, Abdul.
No, I think it's only fair that you say that. When I'm looking at this game from Manchester United today, I thought we were dead on our feet a lot of the times. I know there's a lot of work to be done under Rangnick, but you might have noticed it yourself, Rashford and Bruno were picking up the ball so deep with the team ahead of them.
Yes.
And you felt, if you look over the last 2 years, statistically, Manchester United's two most productive players now, without a shadow of a doubt, they've both been out of form in recent times.
Yes.
They both don't look at their best, but way too far from goal. What was your overall analysis from Manchester United? And there were bits where we looked threatening when Cavani come on, and who do you think made the difference to give United that chance back into the game in the second half?
Well, the first half was poor. From a Manchester United perspective, it was poor. You didn't create any... I don't remember Martin Dubravka making a save in that first half at all. It was poor. But second half, I believe, you may argue differently, but from what I saw in the stands, it was a 4-2-4. It wasn't a 4-4-2. It was a 4-2-4. You brought off Greenwood, Cavani came on, and who was the other? Sancho come on as well for Fred. It was a 4-2-4, and it made a lot more chances, and you were better. And yes, like you said, players were coming from deep and collecting the ball, but you were creating a lot more chances. Not many clear-cut ones. I don't remember Dubravka making many saves at all. But to be honest, that's why when Man United don't play too well, and they get points from games like this, it's because they have Edinson Cavani, they have Cristiano Ronaldo, who can get you points from these games. And that's what's happened in the end. Edinson Cavani's popped up with a goal. He's a fantastic player, by the way. He should play more often, in my point of view. Cavani, he's terrific. We saw that last season especially. And yeah, at the end of the day, Man United have those players that can steal you a point. It wasn't a terrific performance, but it stole you a point, and that's what Man United do, sadly. Sorry.
Yeah, no doubt. Just to finish things off, give us your whole, from a Newcastle fan's perspective. Obviously, you've had this huge takeover. And it's big for the league as well, as Man United fans. We're going to be looking over, especially in the situation we're in. We're still not breaking cleanly into that top four. We're still not established yet, clearly. So from my perspective, I want to see how it'd look if the Newcastle can stay up. What's the difference that it'll make if you guys can cling on and there's somewhere you have? Or do you think you can go down and still rebuild? Because we spoke off camera. I thought in the Norwich game you played quite well, but the Clark sending off in that game, was it?
Yes.
Killed you a bit. So there's been a lot of these games today. You feel like you could get those 3 points against Man United. It would have been a big 3 points. Can you see yourself stay up? And if you go down, do you think it makes a huge difference?
Well, if we go down, the project slowed massively. I think from today as well, obviously Newcastle lost St. Maximin and Wilson through injury. They're Newcastle's best 2 players. So it's a massive, massive shame that we've lost them too. Can we stay up? Yes, I think we can. There's a January transfer window coming up. We need to get those players in who are willing to join the club. It's a big, big problem when you're in 19th place in the Premier League and you need players who want to commit to join, who are good enough to pull you out of that situation, to put you in the fight. Who's going to join and go, yeah, okay, there's a risk of relegation, but I'm going to say, I don't know. I don't know. The truth is, I'm not too sure. You have to hope that the club have got players in there, or players who are set to join, who are maybe loan deals that maybe might result in you get relegated. There's a release clause in here. Kieran Trippier might have that deal in place. So we're going to have to see. But if they get the January transfer window correct, they could well and truly stay up. It's a massive loss today, losing St. Maximin and Wilson. I don't know how long they're out for. And yeah, an extra 2 points today would have been very helpful. It would have put us on level points with Watford, who are... listen, there's a few clubs who are in this fight. I think Southampton, I think Leeds are good enough to stay up. Watford's the one to beat in my eyes. And if we can get those points and stay ahead of Watford and get those players in the January transfer window, yes, this Newcastle team can stay up. But sorry, just once more, Newcastle should have got 3 points today. Absolutely. The chance at the end where we hit the post, St. Maximin's chance when it was saved, Wilson's chance when it was converted at the back of the net, it probably was offside. It was quickly given as offside. Newcastle should have had 3 points today, and unfortunately not 2. Manchester United are lucky. They're lucky, right?
No doubt, no doubt. Thanks for speaking to us today, man.
No worries,
Thank
mate.
you.